Side panning.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Laura and I'd like all of you to take a moment and imagine the following scenario with me. It is Friday evening and you are on your way out for the night with close friends whom you haven't seen in many months. So you all decide to meet for dinner beforehand, share a quick meal, and catch up as a group. You're gathering a few tables together to sit together so you can be close, and you realize that your phone died. Crap. Right? Everybody has those moments? Yeah? Mm-hmm. And so you're like, I really want to remember this moment and this evening with all my friends, but how can I do that without my phone? I mean, if you don't post on social media, does it really even happen? No, not really, not in this day and age. So as you are then forced, essentially, to look around at your friends, you realize that most of them are either glued to their phones or keep touching their screens mid-conversation to check for updates. So you start to notice, do I do that? You see, we live in a time where at every turn something is begging for our attention. Time has become our currency. We use it to pay for our programs that we enjoy, like YouTube. Who here has found themselves lost on YouTube, like an hour later on cat videos from 2019, the craziest cat videos? No? Anyone?
Yes,
yeah, it's very common. Even for me, I find myself doing that on Instagram, all the little puppy feeds there that I just love because I'm a dog lover. But during that time, what did you miss? Some of you may not have really missed anything, some of you have. In most cases, we use social media as a way to fill in our gaps of boredom, or even to connect with family members that live far away, or friends that we've just kind of lost touch with. And while we all yearn for more time at home and less time at work, when we are home, we use these platforms to get away from the reasons of why we want to be home. That's to relax. That's to be around family members that we want to enjoy. That's time to escape. So what we're doing in reality is escaping into a different world. So today I'm going to expose how limiting your use of social media will help you build stronger relationships with your loved ones and your friends, and hopefully persuade you to talk more and text less. The first point that I'm going to go over is why it matters. In a research study done by the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships at the University of Berkeley, they kind of did a little quality test. They took strangers and put them all in a room and separated them, and some had phones and some didn't. And in some of the tests, they noticed that people who had cell phones, either on the table or on their person, the quality of their conversations was very poor. It was very surface level, it wasn't very deep. And the people who did not have cell phones in the same room tended to have a little bit more depth of conversation. Phubbing, or technoference, is a common term now used where technology starts to interfere with the quality of relationships amongst each other. People who are married are starting to have a lot of trouble, a lot of hardships with this. That is one of the number one reasons of why people go to couples counseling, because it almost prevents you from building a connection with your partner. Because it's essentially saying that I'm more interested in my phone than I am in you. And over time, when you have conversations with someone who's texting and who's talking through their phone and listening, they're not fully engaging. And over time, that weighs on you in your relationship. How will it benefit you? Putting your phone down can bring you more connected with people that you love and people that you care about and people that you don't even know. And I think that's one big main reason of why we're in this really interesting stage in our society. It kind of tells us that we need to be healthier and happier. We see all these posts of people who are healthy and happy, but in reality, behind the screen, they're not healthy and they're not happy. So how do we be happier? It's by putting your phone down and texting less and talking more, engaging more, putting yourself out there on a more regular basis that challenges you. What happens if you don't? You're alone. You feel connected through your phone, through a screen, because you have all these people who you once knew, but in reality, you only know them at a surface level. Their picture is the surface. And here, as you can see, you can have coffee by yourself if that's what you want to do, and you can take a picture of it and tell people about it on social media, how amazing it was. But you're going to remember the picture, you're not going to remember the moment. And that brings me to my conclusion here, is you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So before it's too late, put your phone down. Enjoy the outside, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbor, get to know them, because when you're 80 years old, you're not going to be known by the post that you put on there 20 years ago. You're going to be known by the relationships that you have with the people around you. Thank you.